This the TempahZone podcast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we back. TempahZone podcast. Fl01810 in the building.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Not Fl01810.
Not Fl01810.
That'd be a good shirt, yo.
True.
Definitely make that a shirt, yo.
Not Fl01810.
I hope there's no way I'm the only one that was saying it like that.
Actually, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
We
that'd
should
be
do
funny.
that.
Just let people know how to pronounce it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I gotta ask y'all, man, with a name like that, how did you guys come up with the name?
Right.
Ego?
Okay. So, basically, in high school, there was like a club fair, and it's basically like it went on for like all the lunches, and like that was like a whole block of the day. So it's like, all right, I could go to class, or I could skip class and pretend I'm at the club fair.
Yes, sir.
So we got a big ass piece of paper and a Sharpie and wrote Fl01810 on it. And like the idea was it was gonna be like a writer's workshop for hip hop.
Yeah.
But what ended up happening was Damien here, aka Wise,
What's up?
They in the building.
followed me around while I held the sign. He was holding a Bluetooth speaker. And then we went from table to table in the cafeteria as I freestyled in everyone's face, like uncomfortably in their face. Like, nobody knew what
People
to
were
do.
upset.
Yeah.
People were upset.
They were
Like-
just trying to eat, and I was just in their face. Teachers didn't know what to do. I'm like swearing at them, but I'm rapping, and I'm white, so they didn't know what was going on. So basically that happened, and that was a lot of fun. And then like on Wednesdays after school, we would go out in the parking lot and like just blast beats and like freestyle as everyone was leaving school, and no one showed up. Like no one joined. Like,
No one
Yeah.
ever showed up.
people-
We got like
people
20
signed
names.
up, yeah, but
Yeah,
like
we got
no
like
one
20
showed
names.
up.
Oh man.
And then so yeah, that's pretty much where like the name started.
Okay. Yeah.
And then so I've been making music since like freshman year.
Okay.
I had the name Camaraderie before, but we don't talk about that. I made
We don't
made
ever
video
speak
game
about
raps. It was
With a name like Camaraderie, you better have bars.
oh, I mean, I had bars.
Like
I
Ego
had
comes with the
bars.
bars.
I'm not saying you did it. I'm
I
just
had-
saying that's
I had
a
Pokemon
hardcore
bars.
name.
I need my penis. It goes way back. But then
man.
so like since I was always like rapping and writing, like my friends would get into it too. So like Q's not here, but Quigs, aka Quota.
Shout out, what up, man?
He's not here, but he's the go-to freestyle homie.
Hey.
So like we would always be like working on music together and stuff, and then like eventually I connected with Ohm out there because he was like an EDM producer at the time, and like
Yeah.
everyone was telling me it's like, yo, you should definitely go work with Ohm. Finally we did. He mixed a song for me, and then we just like started hanging out and making music together.
Hey.
So then basically
Keep her
our
going.
friends
Keep her going. Ego. Keep her
Flowing
going.
in and out. Our friends is basically like all of us, and then eventually came in, and like over the summer of senior year, we were looking a lot at like Brockhampton and their model of like everybody
Yeah,
just
man.
coming together
I was
and
going to
making
mention
music.
that. Yeah,
Absolutely.
but yeah.
And we were like, boy band, fuck it, boy band.
Fuck it.
Yeah,
And then
man. Yes.
Decided
the way-
right then
yeah.
and there. 2 months later, we had an album.
Yeah, man. Damn. Y'all must have been cranking out that beat.
Yeah, yeah.
Goddamn.
Ethan's basement every day.
Yeah.
Shout out Jackie.
Jackie's
Ethan's
my mom.
mom.
She kicks us out at 11 every night.
Oh yeah.
I can't be in there for too long. you only got limited time to cook that stuff up, yo.
Absolutely.
So, with so many people being in the group, how do you go about coming up with a song, man? Like, what ways do y'all go about it? Does it start with the beat first, and then y'all chime in on stuff? Or like,
It's definitely a lot different now, I guess, than the last project. Everyone went to different schools all across the country, so we're very far apart. So just, whatever we're working on, we pretty much just send through Discord.
Yeah.
Just what we use.
okay.
The producers will send beats. The rappers will just send verses or whatever. Then, but the real, kind of cooking doesn't happen until we're all like in the same room.
Yeah,
it's just
man.
really hard to get
Yeah.
everything going. But we can definitely talk about ideas and everything like that. And also everyone has different musical backgrounds. Like these kids are rappers. I was like a drummer for a metal band. Ohm's EDM. Matt listens to like, guitar, like, chill ass stuff.
Oh,
Anderson Paak.
Mike
you know
is
what I'm
country.
saying?
Yeah,
Mike
is
is
a
country. We got
boy.
some country. you know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
man. Influences from all over the
Yeah,
place.
exactly.
But Zach stepped up, deadass. He came up with the beats like straight after we started like being a group. Like
Yeah.
Ethan and Ohm taught him like a lot of shit, and he just like every day is on there, fucking cooking every day. He sends like more beats than fucking
man.
anyone,
True.
literally.
Thanks, man.
But
On
no,
GarageBand.
the beats
Yeah,
in
man.
Discord go off, and like we just go off of that, and every time we cook in the studio, we're like, all right, what beat are we gonna work on? We just all write and all
yeah.
sit down, go through the structure, fuck it up.
Yeah. It's
Hell
also
yeah, man.
what we did differently than the first project too. We kind of like the writing was still separate on the first project, and so far the stuff we've been working on now, we've kind of like decided to write the choruses together or talk about themes and kind of assign people certain parts, so it's just more kind of cohesive and tells a bigger story rather than a bunch of just separate artists.
Okay. Yeah, man. No, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the way to go about it, because you gotta have a strategy with so many people in the crew, man.
Absolutely.
'Cause without that strategy and that teamwork, bro, ain't nothing gonna get done. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And that's why a lot of artists are afraid to work together in groups, because they know how hard it is to keep that shit together, and history has shown that. You know what I'm saying? So it's good that y'all got a formula, man.
And we all get along like every time.
I
Like,
hope so.
It gets better. Yeah, it gets better and better. Like I don't know.
man.
Every time we're in the stew, it's like a new like feeling of emotion that we all just like lock in and just fucking.
We were
work.
like like best friends for a year before we even started making music together too. We kind of all knew everyone was into music in different ways, and then like Ethan said, just one day we were just like, let's just start a band.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. Yeah.
We gonna make a band, son.
That's how it happens.
Boy band.
Yeah.
Keyword that, yo. Now, what are some artists that y'all look up to for inspiration and guidance? Now, we were mentioning Brockhampton, mentioning
For
Simpak.
sure,
Anybody else that y'all be looking up to?
I think Amine's influencing our new
Absolutely.
album a lot. What we got in the
Amine's-
works is really cool. This is a good question for but we've
this is
been
a great
focusing
question
on the
for
808s. And there's these slow, slidey 808s that are
Deadass.
popular in like trap music. Where are these 808s
Are
from?
you stealing me again? I only got 2 questions.
Actually, why don't you stay? Do you want to switch with me? Who wants to switch?
I'll switch.
Okay.
yeah.
I'll leave in a minute.
Peace out, dog. That's
trying
how
to
big
be-
the,
not
that's
trying
how
to be
big the crew
needy,
is,
yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
So to be clear, we got 9 people.
9, yeah.
9 people.
Nine.
Nine.
people, man.
Yeah. Plus Devin, our manager. Shout out Devin.
Shout out that.
Shout out.
DB.
But yeah, so a lot of our music has been inspired by a lot of different stuff that's not just limited to hip hop. So as far as hip hop production stuff, Ethan hit the nail on the head. Amine's ear for production has been pretty inspiring to me recently.
Yeah, man.
Metro Boomin's new album, which came out, was super
Oh,
interesting.
yeah.
as well to
21
see.
Savage and Travis.
Yep,
yeah,
absolutely. That was
shit
really,
fire,
really great.
shit fire.
I'm trying to. Tyler the Creator's Flower Boy came out in 2017.
Yeah,
That
yes,
I've
sir.
been really
Great
hard on
album.
that album recently. I've kind of rediscovered it.
Yeah.
A lot of the narrative and like pop structure that we've been thinking about comes straight out of Tyler the Creator's work.
Yeah.
His it's like the instrumentation and the arrangement is all just so perfect, and I look up to him as an all around artist so much.
I think the way we
Yeah,
mix in
man.
voices as well, like, is
Yep.
how we do that. We have so many different voices that we have to put in together, and like,
Yeah.
the way we structure is, definitely like goes straight for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And as far as the non hip hop sort of stuff, I was
Yeah,
brought up.
definitely that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was brought up on Daft Punk. Daft Punk are a huge influence to me.
Daft Punk's legendary.
Oh yeah,
Legendary.
absolutely. There's 2 artists that are particularly huge inspirations to me, called Madion and Porter Robinson. They're both
Never heard of them.
yeah, they're electronic music dudes.
Yeah.
In 2017 they released a song together called Shelter, and it was like super huge. There's like
Uh-huh.
an anime associated with it. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, EDM stuff. Skrillex has been an all-time inspiration to me.
Skrillex is crazy.
His drums are to die for.
Yeah, man. That's
So
mixing
yeah,
gold right there.
I don't know if you've heard. He just he put out a remix of Sicko Mode recently.
I
don't know if
actually
you
haven't
that.
heard that yet. Yeah, I gotta
It
check
is
that out.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
It is insanity.
Damn.
It's crazy. Yo.
Yeah, not to mention, Travis Scott has had like a huge influence, like production wise, because Astroworld. I don't know. You can talk shit about Astroworld, sure, but like from a production standpoint, unbelievable. Mike
mean-
Dean is a weapon.
Yeah, man.
story.
Yeah. For real, yo.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, that's a little bit of like a sampling of like the outside music stuff.
Definitely, man. That's dope, man. It sounds like y'all pulling in sounds from all over the place.
Yeah,
man.
we're trying to do the whole
That's what I'm
game
talking
different, you
about.
know?
Yeah, man. You can't just listen to one type of sound, man. I always let artists know, like, do not just listen to rap.
Yeah,
Don't just listen
Yeah,
to rap.
definitely not.
And,
yeah. I mean,
and all, I was gonna say all the good artists know that.
yeah. See,
Absolutely,
I'm new to
absolutely.
rap, like relatively rap.
Yeah.
I didn't start producing rap music until Ego, like 2 years ago, year and a half, something around there.
Yeah.
So I'm like
Music
generally new
prod.
to it.
Music prod.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Mr. D.
Yeah. Shout out Chris Desjardins.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But yeah.
Yo, so I gotta ask y'all this. Now, I gotta ask about my 2 favorite songs off your album.
Ooh.
Now, what was it like making the song In the Rain?
Oh.
That song's your most streamed
was
song,
gas.
#1,
Oh
man.
my
So,
god.
In the Rain is a really special song to me. So it started off, Ethan and I were just driving around. We're talking about how to make better music, a thing that we talk about a lot. And he said, you should try doing like covers. You should like cover some musicians, like just to practice your vocal stuff. So he said, actually, this X song, Sad, you should cover that, right?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. So I sat down and I was like, I don't want to just sing it. Let me just make a beat to sing it over. So the same BPM as Sad, and that was the In the Rain beat. And so I sang the Sad vocals over it just as practice and whatever. And I was listening back and I was like, this is kind of hot. Like, this
yeah, man. Yeah.
this is like kind of a vibe. And so I wrote that main hook for In the Rain. Later on, I brought it to the boys, and Micah, who's out there,
Shout out, man.
got a hold of the track and belted out these gorgeous like ballad vocals. And after that was on there, we all looked around. We were like, yeah,
That was a fucking one take. That was like,
Yeah, that
I've
was
never
some
heard.
Jay-Z shit.
That was like, step in the booth, step out of the fucking booth. That
Uh-huh.
was like incredible.
yeah.
In the Rain is one of those songs that happens so organically. Like it happens super quickly. And I think that's one of the things that's special about it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
man. Nah, cause that song's got that song's some other shit, bro. Like, for
Thank
real,
you, thank
man.
you.
Nah, like I'm gonna let y'all know for real. Like I was sent this album by Devin, and I was like, yo, I've never usually sent albums, man. Like, no,
Yeah, right.
like that rarely happens when someone's
Right.
like, yo, check out this album. So I was like, all right, you better be sending me some gas, bro. Like, cause I will listen. Cause like I love when people like, yo, check out my homie.
Facts.
It doesn't happen a lot. I'm gonna be real with
Absolutely.
you. Like you know. So I heard that, man, and I was like, all right, I'm invested. He was like, we'll get these guys on sometimes. Like, you damn right we will, man, because the music's gas, bro.
So that was before
Thank you.
you came out to the show, right?
Yeah, that was way before. I was probably like when the album came out.
Oh,
yeah,
really? Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
So it's been a bit, yo. Yeah. So I've been watching the process the whole time, man. Yeah,
Facts.
I've been
Thank
seeing
you,
that
thanks.
all unfold, man, for real. But I'm gonna ask about my favorite song.
Oh.
This song right here, man, made me go, okay, all right, these guys ain't playing around. This song, I was like, what? You know, Crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Bruh.
get ego.
I'm gonna
in
let
you.
Ethan Goldberg step in here.
And let me just say, like,
What type of Busta Rhymes flow is this man hitting, man?
Yeah.
Like, what?
oh my.
I'm gonna be real with you, man. Look, you know, I rap myself and I love rapping fast. And I've been always telling people, there ain't enough rappers out here who do that no more, bro.
Yeah.
You came in there and said, nah, I got you, bro. I got you. And I was like, all right, we good. So I want to ask y'all, like, what made y'all say we need to make a song like this?
Well, O made the beat. We were at Dame's house.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And like the beat alone is just like the type of shit where you're just like banging your head uncontrollably.
Yeah, I just called it Crazy because it was just a crazy
Yeah,
beat.
that was the name of the beat, and we just stuck with Crazy. And like, I just heard it, and I was like, "This will be shredded."
Yeah. I hit the
And like,
chopping on
I
it.
wrote it. I wrote a triple time to it, but I couldn't execute it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But
Nah,
I stuck.
that flow worked, man. That
I
flow
stuck
worked.
with the double time. I think I like kind of started with fast rap. Like, shout out Mac Lethal. You know who that is?
I don't.
Mac
do
Lethal's underground. He's actually kind of old now. Shout out back.
Uh-huh.
But
I got mad friends who listen to that underground shit, so they probably know who he is.
yeah. Like I watched like a lot of battle rap. Like I watched a lot of battle rap growing up, and like
Oh, yeah.
a lot of those people when they're not battle rapping rap insanely fast. And so that's kind of how like I started rapping fast, and then
Yeah.
that shit like it's a lung buster for sure. I
Yeah,
didn't think I could do it
man.
live. Ended up doing it live.
Hell
that was
yeah,
hype.
man.
Incredible.
But yeah, definitely probably one of my favorites too. One of my favorite verses I've ever written.
Yeah, man. Nah,
Only
for real.
thing I've ever written for Flo.
Oh,
true.
yeah.
He wrote the hook.
Oh,
Yeah.
he wrote
okay.
the
I'm on the hook.
Hey,
He's on the
man.
hook.
That's what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
yo.
thank you.
Yeah,
Shout out
dope.
Fadeaway.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Nah, cause like that song right there literally made me go, all right, these guys, they can do it all, man. Y'all got like these different sounds. Y'all coming from all different angles. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And that's really dope. I always tell these artists out here, man, like you can't sound the same all the time, yo. It's gonna run out. You know what I'm saying? Like you see that with Future. Like I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
Future,
Oh, yeah.
but he's starting to lose his steam, man, and he knows that too, though, because the way he talks about like Lil Baby and Gunna, you know, like you can tell that like he knows that his time is starting to dissipate, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's good that y'all know to do something different each time, man. You
Yeah,
know, 'cause-
switch it up for
Oh
real.
yeah, switch it up, man. That's very very important. So I gotta ask y'all now, man. what are y'all guys' plans for the future? Y'all working on some new music?
Yeah. So
got
we
shows
got
on the way.
we do got some shows on the way.
Okay.
Devin's been lining up some shows. We got a festival in New York we're playing. We're gonna try to do other shows around Andover back in the hometown. Gonna
Hell
try
yeah,
to
man.
do other like college circuits and stuff.
Yeah.
Cause our like music does resonate with frat parties. Unfortunately.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not frat people ourselves, but like.
Mhm.
But, like that's another thing. It's like since we're so diverse, there's like something on the album for everyone.
Yeah.
So like we
definitely.
can usually go to like anyone and be like, "There's something here for you." Like if you
Absolutely.
don't like
Yeah.
rap, you can listen to In the Rain or Dance with Me. If you do
Yeah.
like rap, we got Apollo, we got Crazy,
Mhm.
and then we're making country stuff. Like
Absolutely.
Country Thick is unreleased, but it is the funniest and best song you'll ever
It's
hear.
the best song we've ever made.
We played that at the show.
We played that at the show.
Oh, we did play it.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
to surprise
man.
a bunch of people, and we just played it, and he started singing, and everybody just started going crazy. It was
Oh
not
yeah,
funny.
man. Expect the unexpected, yo.
Yeah, right
For
now
real.
we're working on our next tape, and like the processes of us making music is very like said organic. That's the best way to describe it, because like we have direction, but it's very loose. Like it's kind of just like show and tell, right? So like when it's stew time, like people will come in and then it's like, hey, I've been working on this, and they're like, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Let's work on that, and then we finish it, and then like that's one song,
Hell
and
yeah.
then like someone else will bring in something else, and that's how we get like the diversity, is because everyone's bringing something new to the table when it's time to work.
Yeah.
So our new tape doesn't have a name. Got like 4 songs right now.
But it's cooking.
It's- but it's in-
absolutely.
You'll get the name eventually, man. Just
Yeah.
let that
Yeah.
shit happen organic.
It's a lot different than our first project too.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we're getting a little more kind of experimental and kind of breaking the genre boundaries a little more than we even did on the first project. Just kind of taking a bunch more influences and trying some stuff that we haven't before.
And showing a lot more of Flo, like individuality too. Like you see a lot more of Micah on this next tape. You see a lot more Quota and shit on this tape. So
Hell yeah.
there's like a lot more like voices you get to like actually have resonate with you.
Yeah.
Wait,
definitely.
did Ohm show you some snippets or no? Did we get here too late?
I haven't heard anything yet. Nah.
Maybe we'll show you something
Yeah,
after.
we'll
show
show
me
you
that.
Well,
But
but-
he did send me an instrumental to Crazy.
Oh yeah.
We are
did
trying to
say-
do an extended cut.
Yeah.
We're trying to hop on Crazy.
Hop
Extended
on.
cut.
Let us know.
Ooh.
Crazy cypher.
Hey. Coming soon, ladies and
Coming
gentlemen.
soon, ladies and gentlemen.
You heard it
Coming
here
soon.
first.
Coming soon, yo. Max gonna hop on that. Don't
Woo.
worry.
Yes,
That collabs, I figured we were gonna make that happen.
A little
That,
bit, a
that
little
goes
bit.
without saying, man. Don't worry, man. We're gonna cook something up real soon, man.
Yeah. We also trying to do like solo stuff. Like I've been doing solo stuff. Like I
Good,
was
yeah,
doing solo stuff
yeah,
before
good.
Flo.
Yeah.
He's doing
Hell
solo
yeah.
stuff. Micah's
Absolutely.
gonna do some solo stuff.
Yeah, all y'all
Quotas.
do solo stuff.
Yeah.
Don't make
Yeah.
it feel like
Yeah.
y'all gotta stick together like all the time, every time, no matter
Yeah.
what. Like, branch out, do your own thing, man. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
So
what I'm
like at the end of the day, we're all gonna be Flo, and we're all gonna keep doing Flo stuff. But,
Yeah.
like, ideally, in the perfect world, in the future, Fl01810 is more of a label than a band, and like we're all doing things, and we're all repping Flo, but we're also all doing our own. shit.
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
And we're not like limiting ourselves to Flo. Like Flo is a brand for all of us. Like for real. Like we all like live Flo every day. Like,
yeah.
we all got the bracelets, you know what I mean? Everyone's got a
I
bracelet
was
out
gonna say
there.
tattoo. I was like, oh shit.
Oh no, not yet, not yet.
Not
Coming
yet.
soon.
Yeah,
No,
one day.
our
Coming
first
soon.
song that hits 1 million plays, we're all getting face tats.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just on the
Flo
forehead.
1810 right across the forehead.
Oh my god.
I'll put the link
in
on my
Comic
neck.
Sans.
Yeah, right.
Like, wow, bad fun. Oh my god, man, that's great. So we running out of time, y'all. So where can the people reach y'all, man? Where can they find y'all at?
Okay, well, you can find me at Ego the Kid on Spotify, Apple Music, and everything else like that.
Hey.
You can find Fl01810 under Fl01810, FL01810
Yep.
on all streaming platforms.
Word.
Instagram too.
Instagram too.
Ugh.
Hey.
Fl01810 on Instagram. I'm Ego the Kid on Instagram.
Wise on Instagram. You can find me the Wise One on SoundCloud.
Hey.
Hey.
Okay, word up, word up.
North Shore Vibrations. We're also repping out
Oh,
here.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
our
man.
music
Shout out-
collective.
shout
Devin.
out- yeah,
shout
shout
out
out to North
Devin
Shore
and North Shore Vibes.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Got a member of Guac Ceiling out there. Want to throw them
Yeah.
out
Yeah,
there too.
man.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out Amir Max. First
Shout out
interview.
Amir
Shout out
Max.
Amir
Yeah,
Max.
first
Oh, man.
interview.
Shout out
Pleasure's mine,
TempahZone.
Yeah.
TempahZone.
TempahZone. Always, man. Nah, man. I'm glad to have y'all on, man. Yo, so the pleasure's mine, man. It's great to have y'all on.
Absolutely. Thank you,
Much
bro.
appreciate y'all.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is episode 17 of the TempahZone podcast. Shout out to PRX Podcast Garage for hooking it up with the high quality sounds. Until next time, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.